I'm Alec Baldwin, and in the summertime in East Hampton, Long Island, the Hamptons International Film Festival has a documentary festival we do called Summer Docs that I produce with David Nugent, who's the artistic director of the Hamptons Film Festival. And it's become a big passion of mine. I'm crazy for documentary film, so it's my great pleasure and my great honor to come today and ask you to support the work of D.A. Pennebaker and Chris Hegedus and their new project. The documentary film is, I want to say that all film is essential, but some film is just more essential than others, in my opinion. And I think documentary film is more essential than some other types of films. And these films cost money. I mean, we all know that they cost a lot of money. Whatever you can do to support the funding of this project, Unlocking the Cage, on Kickstarter, I encourage you to do. You're not just helping to fund a film, you're helping to fund the ongoing work of a pair of the greatest documentary filmmakers of all time. They're both kind of rolling their eyes behind the camera behind me, but it's true. The two of the greatest documentary filmmakers of them all, and I think that they're really, really worth your time and your investment. So Unlocking the Cage on Kickstarter, please give what you can now.
Well, that's very moving. I didn't pay him anything for that.
For me, Animals in Performance is the toughest one because, none of these animals come out of the womb with a top hat in one hand and a cane in the other. They have to be trained.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of abuse involved in that training, and that's been proven. I mean, they have to be made to perform. And when these animals turn, like you see in the lion, the tiger exhibit, like what was their two names of the guys, the Siegfried and Roy and things like that. They're horrible. These animals, they snap. And that's the one I think I'm the most opposed to is Animals in Performance, circus, zoo, and rodeo animals. Because there's a lot of abuse involved, I think. But the other thing I think is that in the animal rights world is that when economic times get tough, people tend to contract their giving, their philanthropic giving and their support financially. They stay even people with money. They stay strong with alma mater. They stay strong with a medical cause, maybe that a family's been victimized by. Does your child have a disease? Does your mother have breast cancer? What have you? They stay strong with supporting certain key values they have, and the things that they drop, or they tend to kind of withhold their support for when times get tough economically, is the arts and animal protection, animal rights. And so I always, when the economy gets a little dicey, I always remember what Andrew Heiskell told me. He's this legend in the New York philanthropic world. And I just looked at him and I go, you're on all these, I was probably 29 years old, I was very young. And he's sitting right next to me at this People for the American Way benefit with Norman Lear, and I said, how do you decide who you work with? How do you decide of all the groups that ask for your help? How do you decide who you're going to support? And in his very patrician way, he said to me, well, I support the organizations that need my help the most. He said, you see, those that are the most desperately in need of my support, those are the ones I support. And I thought, God, what a concept. Who really needs the help the most right now? And I think a lot of that about animal rights, when times get really tough, they need people to not forget them.